We're embarking on a rail journey today that will not only change directions but also completely alter East Africa's terrain. As part of the East African Railway Master Plan, the Tanzania Standard Gauge Railway is a train network that is now under development that will connect Tanzania to the Democratic Republic of the Congo via Rwanda, Uganda, and Burundi, its neighbors. The outdated, ineffective meter gauge railway system is to be replaced by the new Standard Gauge Railway, SGR. When finished, the Tanzania Standard Gauge Railway is going to be a game-changer, a massive undertaking that promises faster supplies, better travel, and an overall uptick in East Africa's pulse. This film will leave us in awe of the steel giants rolling across the Tanzanian landscape, and we're diving deep into the whys, how, and what's next for the Tanzania Standard Gauge Railway. So, let's embark on this adventure together, starting with exploring the route and stations. The goal of the massive Tanzania Standard Gauge Railway, or SGR for short, is to facilitate the movement of products between the port of Dar es Salaam and the Democratic Republic of the Congo's cities of Goma, Bujumbura, and Kigali. The SGR is a railway line measuring 1,435 millimeters, 4 feet 8.5 inches, that can handle passenger trains traveling at 160 kilometers per hour, 99 miles per hour, and cargo trains traveling at 120 kilometers per hour, 75 miles per hour. There are several phases to the entire endeavor. We are traveling along the paths of growth, beginning with Phase 1, which spans 300 kilometers from Dar es Salaam to Morogoro. Dar es Salaam, Pugu, Soga, Ruvu, Ngerengere, and Morogoro are among the 6 stations. It's set to be completed by early 2024. Phase 2, which will cover around 426 kilometers and go from Morogoro to Makutopora, is almost ready to launch. Mkata, Kilosa, Kadit, Gulwe, Igunda, Dodoma, Bahi, and Makutopora are some of the stations along the route. By early 2024, we're talking about 90% complete, and the goal is within reach. Phase 3 of the project, which will run from Makutopora to Tabora and have 7 stations and 368 kilometers of track, is expected to cost $1.9 billion. Notwithstanding a few financial bumps, it's moving quickly. As of 2023, 67% of the project is completed. Phase 4 is underway, with Yapi Merkizi leading the way and covering Tabora to Isaka. It is stated to have been finished 17% as of October 2023. Furthermore, Phase 5, which spans 341 kilometers from Isaka to Mwanza, is competently managed by China Railway Construction Company and China Civil Engineering Construction. With financing provided by the Chinese government, it is moving forward and is expected to be 36% finished by October 2023. Phase 6, which spans 506 kilometers from Tabora to Kigoma, has been signed, sealed, and is scheduled for delivery by China Railway Construction Company and China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. If that's not enough, 2 more phases are planned: the Uvinza-Malagarasi section, which connects Tanzania and Burundi with a Memorandum of Agreement signed in 2022, and the Isaka to Rusumo section, which is an essential part of the Isaka-Kigali Standard Gauge Railway. Construction and development. The SGR's building has been nothing less than an incredible story of perseverance and creativity. Imagine constructing a railway that stretches hundreds of kilometers, passing through a variety of scenic regions, difficult terrain, and thriving cities. For example, despite difficult terrain and erratic weather, the building teams persevered and made sure that every piece of the puzzle fit together perfectly. Moreover, some of its most notable characteristics and distinctive engineering elements include opulent bridges that span valleys, complex tunnels that delve through mountains, and state-of-the-art technology. Furthermore, because the railway is the first of its kind in the region and is built to run on electricity, and thus the construction process made use of new and unique infrastructure and technology. In addition, a combination of modern designs from Korean companies Hyundai Rotem and Sung-Shin rolling stock technology and second-hand Austrian Federal Railways Class 1014 locomotives would be employed. Not to mention, this behemoth is supported by similarly outstanding infrastructure. Reminiscent of cutting-edge workshops, the maintenance facilities guarantee that the trains are maintained in excellent shape. Trains across the extensive railway network will be orchestrated like a ballet by signaling systems modeled after a symphony. funding and total cost. For the first two stages, the Tanzanian government was mostly dependent on local resources and short-term borrowing. However, to advance the project, they were given an incredible $1.46 billion syndicated financing in February 2020. The Tanzanian Ministry of Finance and Yapi Mrkizi, a formidable force, will split the $2.35 billion contract value for the first two phases. The project has also received financial support from the African Development Bank, which has committed an incredible $3.05 billion for further phases of the project. But in October 2023, the dominant player, Yapi Mrkizi, had financial difficulties and needed an extra $1.8 billion to complete lots 3 and 4. Consequently, the SGR's investment has surged to a staggering $10.04 billion. Project's impact. The SGR is a driver of economic growth, not simply about trains. For example, the project is generating a lot of jobs along the railway. Thousands of Tanzanians have found work in the construction phase alone. When fully functional, the SGR is expected to transform commerce by achieving 160 km per hour while carrying huge goods. Because of this, the SGR is changing the game by drastically cutting down on the price and duration of cargo transit between Dar es Salaam and its surrounding nations, which include Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Furthermore, by guaranteeing that towns have a direct conduit to possibilities and serving as a lifeline for communities along its path by, for example, opening up new avenues for travel, education, and healthcare, the SGR also connects lives. Additionally, populations living in remote locations no longer have accessibility challenges since the SGR is removing obstacles and transforming these previously isolated areas into hubs of activity and connection. Not to mention the wider picture. The SGR is an integrating mechanism that promotes collaboration between East African countries. Significantly, the SGR is creating the foundation for closer regional linkages, transforming the East African Community, EAC, into a hub for cooperation and reciprocal advantages. In addition, the project's effects on the environment will be considered. Notably, using electric trains has a revolutionary effect on the environment. Another major aim is minimizing the railway's ecological impact. The SGR is an example of responsible infrastructure development, demonstrating to the rest of the globe that advancement need not come at the expense of the environment. It's a voyage toward a more environmentally friendly future in which trains go silently and produce less carbon dioxide. Conclusion. The SGR is more than just a railroad, it's a vital link for job creation, economic expansion, community connection, and the foundation for a seamless integration of East Africa in the future. We've seen the possibility for speedier delivery, more comfortable journeys, and an overall improvement in the region's pulse. However, this rail trip is not without its difficulties and detractors, just like every epic story. Difficulties related to financing and building have been incorporated into the story. Nevertheless, the SGR perseveres in the face of difficulty, a monument to the unyielding spirit of advancement. We sincerely appreciate you for watching the video. Please remember to hit the like button, share this movie with other enthusiasts, and subscribe for more captivating content if you've enjoyed the voyage.